We're very excited about the software world. We've always been software investors, and as my colleague Mark Andreessen says, software continues to eat the world. The more something becomes like software, the more interesting the business model becomes, the faster the businesses work. So now software is incorporated into home automation, into almost everything you can think about, and almost every company. Almost everything that starts becoming an exciting investment area gets overhyped. Companies get good at marketing. Certainly some themes that are overhyped right now are big data, the Internet of Things, because those are terms that encompass a lot of individual innovations, but as monikers, they are overhyped. The entrepreneur in software companies is the most important thing we look at, because software companies is all about the intellectual capital. In fact, if you look at the financing strategies of software companies, some take a lot of money and some take virtually none. We certainly saw the acquisition of Minecraft by Microsoft announced yesterday with a company that raised essentially no venture capital. So really the people are all it, and money can be the additive value. So what we look for in people is really incredible intellectual curiosity and intellectual stamina. We look at their ability to not only think long-term, but to actually operate in fast-moving tactical environments as well. And for the founders of our companies, we look for some very special genius that perhaps no one else has. At Winblad Venture Partners, we start with the A round, not seed investors. But even at the A round, we're usually funding a handful of people. In many, many cases, they are a set of engineers without a CEO. So our job is mostly not replacing the CEO, but actually finding one. It always works best if the founder CEO can go the distance, because then you have the visionary in the leadership role. But sometimes you don't have even a visionary that wants to be the CEO. It's unfortunate when we do have to replace a CEO, and that's the primary job of the board of directors, is to hire and fire the CEO. When companies are not working well, it typically starts at the top. And the worst thing a board of directors or investors can do is to help run the company versus find the right leadership at the right time. Uber is definitely an interesting business model. It's not all about replacing taxi cabs, it's about changing transportation. They're technically a adept company. They have application program interfaces into all sorts of partners for transportation, and they've taken on all the policy and social issues that a large company has to. At the same time, it is likely that there will be some other company that will arrive on the scene. When Google was a young company, which today is probably the most important company existing in the software landscape from size, scale, and performance, almost every venture capitalist got a look at Google, but it was hard to figure out where they were going. And Google, of course, ended up with a very, very large market cap. So if we have to pick one today, we're probably going to be wrong. We're not good as futurists, we're just good at opportunists as venture capitalists.